Uh-oh, is the melanin on? Yes, it is. Hey, what's up, everybody? This is your girl, MissP. I hope you are doing fantastic. I am doing well, and it is time for another What You Say Happen Now. The aha is, I rarely get a chance to record during the day. So whenever I'm recording during the day, of course, someone is outside doing some type of something in the street, okay? So if you're hearing some background noise, and maybe I shouldn't even brought any attention to it, but it is what it is, okay? We live, okay? Go ahead and like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and follow your girl on social media at MissTP90. And yes, I haven't done a What You Say Happen Now in a while, and a lot of stuff is going on. So I want to get into it, dig into some topics. Make sure you get into Another Word with Miss P. That's my podcast, honey. The link is going to be down below. And yeah, let's go on and get into it. Lori Harvey and Michael B. Jordan have split after 1 year of being together. I was shocked, but not really. I mean, they were so cute together. And child, I mean, life happens. I mean, people get together, then they break up. But I love me a good old love story, honey. I was trying to live vicariously through their Instagram, okay? When they were posting pictures, going on trips, doing all types of things. And I was like, oh, that's so cute. I mean, they were really adorable together. I loved them together. And to be honest, okay, I was really looking forward to their wedding, okay, because every time they went somewhere, they showed up, showed out, and I knew it was going to be lavish. I knew it was going to be newsworthy. Isn't that terrible, though? Like, I was really looking at them just waiting for the wedding. They built me up, let me down just a little bit, and I forgot that Lori, I mean, she only 25. Like, girl, live your life. But yes, please, let's not go back to future, honey. And Michael B. Jordan, I believe he's in his 30s, like 35, 36. So things happen, life happens. And granted, I'm back on Twitter now. I was hacked maybe like a month or two ago, and I was logged out, but then I logged myself back in. Make sure to follow me. So I was looking at some of the comments, of course, when the news broke that they broke up, and it reminded me why I miss Twitter, especially Black Twitter, so much, because it's so messy, but at the same time, some comments have some truth, and some comments make you go, everybody shut up. Now, some of the comments I wanted to speak on that I found, quotes. Not y'all in here fussing about a woman that wouldn't even look your way. Now, granted, that's the truth. If Lori right now walked by a bunch of y'all dudes, you'd have to pick your jaw up off the floor, for one. And what would you say to her, kind sir? Okay, since you have all the answers, Sway. Exactly. Next up, quote, too much of that and she will die alone, end quote. She's only 25 and she isn't different from any other woman out here living her life. She just on a public platform, okay? And her family is who they are. Die alone? How you know, honey? What you doing? Exactly. Next up, quote, shawty getting passed around more and more, end quote. Passed around. I believe Lori can take care of her own box, meaning her puss. And it's amazing that dudes can be with so many women, but a woman, if she, you know, is liberated and living her life and dating and doing whatever she want to do, she's passed around. Get the fuck out of here. I hate that. I really, really do. Next up, quote, she is 25. She is beautiful and cultured. She can have any man she wants. Have fun, mama, end quote. Truth. Yes, I mean, she's so beautiful. She is very cultured. I've been everywhere. I mean, you can do whatever you would like to do, and you are so young. Live your life. When I read that she was 25 years old, I was like, girl, you keep going. Thank you. Next up, quote unquote, one season and canceled, cliffhanger with no resolution, end quote. Now, everybody keeps saying that this was a season one and done with their relationship. And they're really saying that Lori, you know, she be with him and then she go on about her day. But that is up to her, okay? We're not in their relationship. And this is the best one that I saw, quote unquote. How are people calling Lori Harvey the female future when she's been in long-term relationships and doesn't have 15 kids by 20 men? End quote. Boom. You done blew it up. That part. I feel as though with them, it was easy for them to, of course, be together, but even easier if they wanted to have a clean break. They're not married. They don't have no kids together. They ain't got no liabilities, no assets, no nothing together. All they were doing was having a good time, enjoying each other, and nothing is wrong with that. Like I said, they don't have no kids together. They ain't got to go to court. They ain't got to do nothing like that. They didn't get married. It's a clean break. Why they broke up is none of our business. A lot of people are saying, now granted, It kind of is our business because we're talking about it. But a lot of people are saying he was ready to settle down. She wasn't. Why was she not ready? Because they were going on all these trips and he was treating her like a queen and it looked like they were. And it was like, if somebody ain't ready, they ain't ready. And how do you know that Michael B. Jordan was ready to get married? We don't know. We're not sitting there. We don't know the intricacies of their relationship. Now, granted, I loved seeing the black love. I did. But I can assure you that this isn't the end for Lori Harvey or Michael B. Jordan for sure. They just broke up. So that's life. Now, granted, like I said, I was rooting for them, Tyra Banks. I was, but at the same time, am I shocked that they broke up? No, especially in the circles that they're in. I mean, they get together, they don't, they make it, they don't. So it is what it is. But either way, I really enjoyed reading some of the comments, but I feel like leave that girl alone. Let her live her life. Leave Michael B. Jordan alone. Let him live his life. Why they broke up, like I said, we don't know, and we probably ain't gonna know, okay? Their relationship, of course, we watched it, and it was cute for the pictures, but they not gonna be on Oprah talking about what happened. Ain't nobody going on Red Table Talk to talk about what happened and why they broke up. It wasn't that type of relationship. Just saying. Next up, I wanted to hit on Amari Rodgers, okay? Y'all know Ghost. Yeah, he was on the Pivot podcast. And that's a podcast I actually enjoy, by the way. If y'all have ever watched I Am Athlete, the Pivot is now like another I Am Athlete. Some of the hosts, went off and did their own thing. But either way, Amari, he was a guest on there last week. Sidebar, before I go into what I was saying. The way this man articulated and analyzed every answer for those questions that were posed was captivating. I was sitting here like, yes, he is an actor. Like, he is an actor. Like, he is very, even when he was saying I'm a poet and this and that, I was like, yes, you are. I mean, just the way he was answering the questions, the way he was combing through and bringing it back around. It was... Amari, he is something else. All the hosts were sitting there looking at him like, yes, keep going. If you get an opportunity, watch the interview. The part of the interview that I'm talking about that was topic worthy was Amari stating that he only earned $150,000. I don't know if it was per week or per episode on Power, okay? And he had to borrow money from 50 Cent, okay? He really did say, yes, this is the first time I disclosed it, $150,000. That's what I was doing. And granted, I only received that. I didn't receive what I should have received. And I'm sitting here like, only $150K. If you add that up, you done made $1 million, man. I'm not in the same social circles. I don't make $150,000 an episode doing this type of stuff. But at the same time, I'm sitting here like, what? Only? I don't know what these people's ins and outs are, how they spend their money, how they live. But $150,000, I'm confused. How is... Only? He said, and Amari made some good sense. He said, you three, and he was talking about the football players who are the hosts, said, y'all got to make the money differently. And y'all had a title of football player so fast, which led to the money, which makes so much sense. But he's finally doing it now after he left Power. He gonna always be Ghost, okay? So he had to leave that series in order to move forward and make the money that he wanted to make. And I said, damn, prior to all of those movies that he did, because Amari, he's been acting for a while. Prior to all of that, he said, I made $5. Like, I know he didn't make $5, but basically he was saying, I made pennies, doing those movies before I got into Power. That's when I started actually making some money. 50 Cent did lend him some money. Now, 50 Cent loved to tell everybody that he lends people money. He still ain't let Tierra Marie go. He still want his money from her. Now that I still can't, it blows my mind, but I guess it's the principle of it. I don't know. But here goes Amari basically saying, I paid him back plus interest, and barely do we pay anyone back in the Black community. And that is very, very true. So kudos to him for paying your boy back. He basically went into detail saying, you know what, it was after season 1 and 2 of Power, and it was about $20K each time. That's what he gave me, about 20 stacks. Brian and Channing of the Pivot podcast was like, damn, nigga, you needed 20,000 and you was Ghost. Like, I'm confused. And I was sitting there confused too, but the way that the industry works, Power, I mean, it was a popular show, but I'm gonna say about into season 2 or 3, that's when it really got popping, okay? So I guess he did need to borrow some coin. I don't know. Yeah, that's some good money, but he was like, but I was the face of the network. And they even said, yo, Angela Bassett make about $250,000 an episode. I mean, and she's on 911. She's one of the highest paid. And he was like, well, yeah, but she's not the face of the network. I was the face of Stars and wasn't making that type of money. I said, ooh, it's true. It's a numbers game at the end of the day. It's all about metrics and numbers. And of course, he's gonna get paid for Power the rest of his life. I don't know how that's negotiated, but now with all the streaming platforms, he's now saying that he has the leverage to ask for what he wants. I was listening to $1 Million Worth of Game, and Mano and Jim Jones was up there, and Jim Jones was basically talking about the various deals that he had. And he said, you know, the craziest thing, a lot of times people are not gonna give you what you deserve. You really gonna get what you negotiate. And I said, damn it, Jim, that was good. Very good. That stuck with me. So you have to know your value. You got to know your worth. I thought that was very, very interesting. Amari Rodgers saying, hey, I wasn't making what I was worth. I mean, I'm humbled and grateful for the opportunity and making the $150,000, but now I'm able to ask for and have leverage for what I want. And I think that is amazing that you're sitting here looking at people thinking, oh, they got it. He goes, he doing it. Where at the end of the day, they still sitting here like, I ain't making what I'm worth. That is amazing. So it makes you think, are you valuing yourself, your time, your energy, and are you negotiating what you are supposed to have? Are you making what you deserve right now? Let's think about it. Exactly. The next thing I wanted to hit on was Martin, the reunion on BET Plus. I am so ready to see this. I saw the trailer last night and I was just so excited. It's the first time in 30 years that they're all gonna be together. Is that right? 30 years? Martin, Gina, Pam, and Cole, they coming together in apartment 42. Okay, R.I.P. Tommy. Yeah, it's a reunion and some guests that were on the show. I believe I saw Snoop was up there. Did You Miss Me? Tommy Davidson, Brian McKnight, classic. And I know some others are going to be up there. And everybody was on Martin. It's like one of my top 5 sitcoms that I absolutely love that you can continue to watch. Avion Crockett is going to be the host, which I think is interesting. Hopefully they ask some really good questions. I will be watching this regardless, but it looks like they're going to be doing like a back down memory lane type of thing and talking about the impact that the show had on the culture and still does today. And I do hope, you know, that they touch on the last season and how they have all grown, because we know what had happened was allegedly, but we don't. I mean, granted, we don't have to go into all of that, but at the same time, we need to get into all of that. The last season, it is. I jump over the last season. It was too much. So hopefully they hit on that. They did talk about in the trailer, will there be a reboot? I really hope not, to be honest. Don't touch it. Leave it alone. Plus, Tommy isn't there, dog. You get the job, dog. He's not there. We just can't. Everybody think they need a reboot. You don't. Leave Martin alone. We do not need that. Thank you very much. It was kind of like how the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air did their reunion. That was really nice. I enjoyed it. So hopefully this is similar. That would be great. And I think a lot of these shows can do that type of thing. We don't need a whole reboot. We just need a nice little reunion. And that's it, because the comedy is not the same. Back then, totally different spin now. Just leave it alone. But yes, those were some of the topics that I wanted to hit on. Make sure y'all comment down below. Let's talk. If there's anything you want me to hit on, make sure you comment down below. Send me a DM. You know how to get in touch with me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And I will see you on the next video. Peace, love, and all that good stuff. God bless. Bye.